Okay, here you can see I'm laying the gravel over the top. Got the larger rocks in the bottom for water. Got a small little hole, 8 of them drilled in on this, about 1 every foot. Then I got my cloth over this guy. That's my drainage tube. Just covering it with the gravel to prevent the dirt from going on down and filling all the holes. And protruding out the end here, that's going to be my feed tube here. And this one here is my drain tube. Okay, what we're going to try with this garden here is we're going to be supplying water in this tube. It's going to drain out this tube. And then it's going to go down into the ground and subterranean feed underneath. And all the extra water will go down. So it's actually going to recirculate with the earth. Should be no water loss with this concept. You can see I laid in some rock. The whole purpose of the rock is to give a place for the water to kind of sit. From there it'll trickle down, go right back into the earth. Came out of the earth, it'll go right back in. Okay, now on this drainage tube, what I did is I just went just a 1/16 of an inch small or larger bit and put them all in line because this is going to drain down into my swell. So I need it to equally drain in there throughout the entire pipe. Now I'm going to cover it with that and then lay it in there. Okay, on this guy I got the end cap on there. You can see that through there. Then I just tied the end. Now what I'm going to do is bring it on up and strap it. Now you can see that I've got the holes on the marks here. So what I'm going to be able to do is be able to identify the direction of the holes as I lay it in by that marking. So all I'm going to do is zip tie it right to the end there. Now you can see I've got it slanted downward. I'm going to be able to just connect them with 2 elbows and be able to slant it in the direction that I want, so that basically I'm going to put the holes not directly down but almost directly down. I don't want it filled with water and freezing and breaking during the winter. Okay, now you can see how it's going to go in the trench. And all I'm going to do is take that, mark it, and then I will glue it all together. And now we can see where our mark is going to be, and I want it to be just slightly angled. You can see we're filling it up. It's coming out the drain tube now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hook it on. This is actually going to the underground and feeding underneath the ground there. A couple of these small valves, so when it gets totally full, it'll shut off. Right now I got the valve shut so it's not feeding, so I can time it out. So she fills in the top one. My feeder tube comes down, coils around, goes into the garden down there at the bottom. I'll open them after they're full. Okay, here's a little garden I made just out in front of my entryway. Put a little swing in there, just so I got a place to sit. Put some prairie grass down here. Natural Minnesota prairie grass. And also on each one of those divots is a milkweed, so I'll be able to sit there and watch the monarch butterflies come in. Also 2 planters, both with some milkweed in it. Got some different vegetation in the back along with a drain tube. That'll leak water in. And then I got the 2 gullies, one on the right, one on the left. These are going to be for the climbing plants. It'll climb up over the top. This is cucumbers, melons, watermelons, honeydew, all kinds of different things in both of these. These are set by a timer right here. When this timer activates at 8:38, it fills it on up for 12 minutes. Goes into the top spigot, drains out the bottom one, comes out the bottom one, drip feeds in, and then the extra comes on out, the drain tube, fills that. This drain tube comes on in, fills and goes to an underground trough underneath this. So we're going to see how this one works out. In this situation, there's no water loss because the water is coming out of the ground, feeding through, coming down back in, and then right back down into the ground. Already got a few different plants sprouting. We'll see what happens as they grow. And that's this part of the garden.